This is Divine Sunshine, and this is a Divine Feminine check-in just to see what's going on with the overall energies with the Divine Feminine. I've had some channel messages about the Divine Feminine. One of it was that I had did a drawing, and I'll probably put that as the cover to this, which is I call it the coldest winter ever. Um, I never did read the book, and I know that was a pretty much a recommended read for definitely in college and I think in high school too, for us to read. But I drew a picture of a woman who was like an Eskimo, and I asked my sis to look at the drawing, and she was telling me look at her eyes. And in the eyes of the drawing, it was a lot of things and figurines that were there, such as like a direction that the divine feminine needs to take. So I do a lot of channeled messages and channeled drawings as well. And in the eyes there, it was a direction, and in another eye, in the other eye, it was the key. And then looking at that, right now, the divine feminine feels like there's a cold spell. Like it's really like you're preparing for the cold, number one, which is like nothing's going on. In the wintertime, everything dies off in the wintertime. In the wintertime, things die off to give birth for in the spring for something new. That's why you have the temperatures that drop a lot of times, is because, again, it's getting rid of the germs and the things of that nature. And a lot of things die off in the cold. And that's why it's needed for the different types of seasons that we experience at this time. And so right now there is a dying off, getting ready for this rebirth of this newness that the divine feminine is going to share, they're saying, or she's going to premiere. And I've said that before. The first 3 months of this year is really about preparation and getting ready. They show me, again, like I said, it's a landing pad right now. We're kind of circling the landing of the track of the airport for us to get that clearance. They now you're clear for takeoff. Right now, like Southwest Airlines saying you're now getting approved for you to be able to move around, to move about the country. And so this is where we are. So we're in preparation. We're getting ready to how to be able to survive the cold. Right now, nothing may be going on with you. I hear them say nothing going on but the real. You got to have a J-O-B to be with me. There's nothing going on but the rent. So, okay. So if there's nothing, some of you all are saying, listen here, ain't nothing going on but the rent, or what can you bring to the table, whoever that's coming. That's the attitude of a theme of a song to me, of the woman saying, listen here, if you're going to do something, you got to bring something to the table. You just can't just bring you. You know, I'd have been there, done that. And this is where the divine feminine is right now, preparing, getting ready to bring out this newness, this new attitude, this new way of being, of who she is as a divine feminine, and really showing this is what I've learned. Excuse me, as being a divine heart chakra is being activated, as being a divine feminine. 2020 has learned me this. Now let me show you. And saying, let me right now. I'm can hear it. Let me work. It's something, whatever it is. I hear the song, but I can't get it together, whatever it is. So I already pulled some of the cards already, so we can kind of keep us in momentum, because I would like to keep this 30 minutes, because I'm going to do this as a premiere. But the title says it all. Right now, the divine feminine feels at this moment is if she's tied up, but she's sitting pretty being tied up. It's like I'm tied up. I'm familiarized with this tied up. Guess what? I've been through this, through the journey, rather it's with the divine masculine. Things don't show up. Things don't work out like I'm supposed to. That's all right. Right now, it looks like I'm binded. I'm really not getting the clear for takeoff right now from the airport, or for the divine, or the powers that be, or my A team is not getting, it looks like things ain't coming together. I'm trying, but it's not. It looks like it's an uphill struggle or a battle for me to be able to really get this to going. So we use this time when that happens. That's my sign. Don't move until you see it. Don't move. When things aren't coming and popping off like they're supposed to, that means stop. Assess right where you are. Get your footing together. Then if it keep on going like that, then it's time for you to kind of like move into the energies of going into the flow of things as well. Has bothered me. It's like I'm feeling this, it's cutting off my energy. So um doing that. So again, this is where the energies say, okay, fine, I'm feeling divine feminine energies collectively saying, fine, I've been there, I've done this, I know what to do. That means don't move. It's almost like the song, my dad's favorite song, after you done all you can, just stand. I done everything that I know of at this point for this journey. I don't know what else to put to the table or bring to the table, but what I can do is firmly uh, gain the footing or the growth that I have or the ascension that I have. I do know how to just right now maintain what I have right now, although it's not freeing me to move and do anything else on the journey, either being with my person or either being getting on this mission or doing whatever it is. It's just like right now, let me just keep maintenance of where I am. Because right now with the divine feminine, she's like, I'm about them coins right now. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how I can get my abundance together, having a good handle on what I do have in the material world. Right now, I see over here too as well. I see the cat here, which means there's some superstitious thinking. There's some ways, some stinking thinking, or some ways you've been thinking that has held you in this, propelled you in this perpetual cycle of things. And this is where they want you to really get rid of so you can be able to maintain and be in the driver's seat as a divine feminine right now, to really sit comfortable and say, this is it, this is my ownership, this is where I am right now. For the divine feminine, you're really moving out of that energies of dealing with that brokenheartedness. It's like, okay, I'm moving out of that energies. Okay, hey, it didn't work out well, like I supposed to, like I thought it's supposed to. Okay, now what do I do? Where do I go next? Where do I head off next into this thing? And so right now you're moving into the understanding of this is in reverse. So that means you're moving into that energy of a blossoming abundance, understanding you're at the point that things are just coming together. It's not springtime, it's still winter. And so you're understanding that right now to look at it from a more positive standpoint, that things are blossoming. My abundance are coming into fold. It's coming to in fruition. It's coming into manifestation. This is where you are right now, divine feminine here, getting moving out of that stage of that broken heartedness and getting out of that. I got a fork in the road. Some of you all are moving into that broken heartedness. They're saying some of you all need that dark night of the soul, which is to get rid of that ego, to say, hey, some of you all have been kind of floaty out there. And so right now, again, Saturn, they said, again, we've been giving Saturn the bad rap. Saturn is a hard taskmaster. It is about self-discipline. But I didn't know that it was a once upon a time Gaia, which is Mother Earth, had asked the lover that she had at that time was very abusive. And she went to Saturn to ask to help because the lover that she had, Gaia, according to the myth, was trying to take the babies, her offsprings, and shove it right back into her wound. And she's like, he's hurting me. He's hurting me by doing that. And Saturn said, well, what do you want me to do? And Saturn was like, hey, I want you to castrate him. I want you to stop that so he don't do this anymore. And so Saturn said, okay, well, then I'll do that. Saturn also is a way of a refuge to help you to be able to come out of things, of which able to make things that's been wrong, make it right too as well. And so this is might be for some of you all is that heartache has got to happen in order to wake you up so you can stay woke, breathing, so you can stay woke in this, because some of you all are not awakened. You got some parts of you, and I'll say I'm one of the ones that maybe could be thrown in there with the rest of them. They say part of you all are awakened, but there's still some parts of you that's still lying dormant in this. So the source wants you to really, as far as you as a divine feminine, to really work with the energies of understanding that the mother of the universe, Kali, I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. That is why I'm picking up from this, really, that this energies from you is some things, is some layering off, is some things that's peeling off, just like a rocket ship. In order for you to get altitude, some things have got to start falling away. And I can hear Sally say, I'm sorry, dearest heart, but I'm going to have to take some of this stuff by force. And some of you all are getting the the wool, they say, or the rug being pulled out from underneath you, or the wool from pulled over your eyes. This is what the A team is telling me. That's my angels, my guides. And so they're saying some of this is starting to kind of really happen, or this has already happened, and you're moving from, as Les Brown says, some of you all are moving towards the heartache, or you even walking away from the heartache and saying, okay, I know what to do. This is where we are. Some of us divine feminists are in various levels of these things at this moment. So right now, what the next thing is for you, as far as the heart of the matter that you need to deal with divine feminines collectively, is understanding what is your definition of this could be the one. You know the one who really is who can be. You've met your romantic partner already. Okay, this is what they're saying. What I pick up when I read it over again is like Spirit is saying, stop looking for some of you all. This may already not resonate. You keep on looking and saying, oh, it could be so and so, or it could be bachelor one, or bachelor number two, or bachelor number three, or whatever. And Spirit said, stop, 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 stop. Like a person like he want to shake you. You have already met the person. Stop filling out anybody else, and just really right now, just don't move until you see it. Plant your seed right where you are. Plant your feet very firmly right where you are. Get where you are perfected, instead of you bringing something else on the table to mix up, mess you up, or put you somebody else all into your entanglement right now. Because right now the main focus is to focus in on the one that you already met. Or this could be, some of you all might be, I'm reading, remember this is a collective, so I'm throwing out a very wide net for everybody, that you could have, maybe you say, forget the divine masculine, put him to the side, and now you've met this other person, and you're really saying, you know what, this really could be the one. I feel that this one could be. So now you're at this point that you're saying, now this person that I've met romantically, you've met this person that you seek. Okay, so now some of this thing is why this is happening and occurring for you, is because with the divine masculine energies here, there's a time for releasing. When I say this is releasing the divine masculine energies, as far as in what's going on in the 3D, the power that's coming behind that fire. I'm seeing the actions that the divine masculine has done. I'm seeing you also saying again, being able to receive some of that. I mean, say, receive ye the power of the divine masculine energies and the actions. It's acceptance. This divine masculine energies, to me, what I'm seeing is acceptance. Okay, yeah, you did that. Okay, yes, you are still truly the one. Yes, there are the illusions that's going on this right now. You're in your distortedness. This is the time of me now to say, okay, I see this. Now, if you're truly the one, as Spirit has brought to me, and I know within my heart of hearts is that, then I've got to make up my mind to either to release the actions that you have done and receive the actions and accept it, that that's where you are right now. And now for me to say, from this point on, now what am I going to do about this? What am I? Am I going to continue on this track, or am I at the point of saying, oh, receive ye a new person? Or I'm doing like Jody Rogers saying, I'm looking for a new love, baby, a new love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my thing is that you also, some of you are here again, milk and honey. You're looking for things to be nurtured right now where you are. This person, there's something that comes with it, which is the flow of ease, but there's nostalgia here too as well, as far as the past. Now, if I go the route of those of you all that want to stay the true path, you want to stay with the journey, then again, you're becoming nostalgic. You're looking back at things that the divine masculine has done, and you're looking at it at a point that some of you all are saying, okay, I've been hurt, I'm trying to now nurture myself at this point here. I'm trying to smooth things over with myself. I'm trying to look out for the sweetness of life that's going to happen and occur between me and this other person. Or you all might be saying, yes, those of you all that saying, forget it, have looked at the sweetness of life, saying, this is what I want now. I'm nurturing myself. I'm looking out for self right now. And then it again, here it is that as I'm looking at the past, some of those things are causing me to really cling and hug myself more because I'm trying to heal myself. This is where you are. And this is the same thing for that right now. The divine feminine feels right now. She wants to nurture herself. She wants to heal herself from things of the past and to smooth things over and say, from now on, I'm looking for the sweetness of life. You have why, and that's interesting. Why came up and earlier here. Right now, this could be the one because some of you all are now getting some answers to as far as this being the one. You got a platform in which now you're standing on too as well, which is like, hey, this is what I stand for. This is what I am. I always think about the Miss America card, where she's saying, hey, this is I'm for world hunger. She goes around on tour. She tells everybody why she is. She helps out. She talks and speaking engagements. This is where you are right now. This everything that you're saying is based upon that platform of where you are right now, what you have established going through 2020 and year beyond, beforehand, to really help you to establish about what is my new ideology, what is my new philosophy, what is new things in which I'm affirming that I stand upon, that's what I am as far as when I'm looking at a partner. This is, or this person being the one, this is where I'm coming from. You've become more native. This is a Native American, which means lets me know you're more comfortable. You understand the leg of the land. You understand everything that's going around you more better now because you understand the ins and the outs, the back roads, the front roads, the expressways, all the side streets, everything about what's going on in your life now. And you got a much better footing into as to what's going on now. So this is it, because there's some enlightenment there. You also understand that right now it's time to put time for a nap. That cleverness. Now I would say the time for cleverness, that trying to get over. You're seeing now at this time, now through this journey, there is no shortcutting. This is what I'm seeing when I see this fox here. You've been shortcutting. Source, you saying, you know what, it ain't working. All it's been doing is making it beat my ass more. Get myself hit upside the head more than ever before. So I see this ain't, like I say, a hard head makes a soft ass. In this journey, I'm seeing me get more beats than that. And so I'm at this point to saying, this shortcutting stuff and trying to see how I can be wise or clever on this journey is not working. I've got to do it step by step. Okay. Because right now when it comes to this person that being the one, it has to deal with divine timing here. Okay, this is divine timing and it's at play. So in order for that to do that, right now at the point that you are is about releasing and elevating and going up higher. Okay, all right then. Next thing, the heart of the matter is past life, because you and this person know each other before. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm going to start kind of like collapsing this down into more so of a person. This to me is not, it could be to you a new love, but I wouldn't say this person is a new love. This person is either your divine counterpart or this is a high functioning soulmate that you're dealing with now. This is not a new newbie that don't know nothing about the journey or about the soul. They really know themselves well. This is not a new stuff. So this person you have met before, this keeps on saying that you've met before. So this might be somebody in your life that has been introduced to you before, or this could again be the divine masculine or the soulmate or whatever high function soulmate that we're talking about. Okay, so this is what is resonating. So we're eliminating all these extra other people like that. Now this could be somebody that you have been in high school and then they come back, circle back around again, back into your life and say, hey, I want to try, I was looking at Facebook, you looking mighty good. I want to reconnect. Let's see where this goes. that, but not no new person. I was on Facebook and somebody slid to my DM and they asked me about XYZ. You don't know this from the man in the moon. This is not who we're talking about. Or your divine masculine contacted you through Facebook or whatever, and I ain't heard him a long time. This is who we're talking about. Okay. So now, this why the reason why this person we talk about, you know them before, is because they're helping you, and this person's vibration is helping you to right now where you are, is that you're playing yourself small. You're in that, to me, that comfort zone. And right now, I can hear Vanessa saying, welcome to the comfort zone, wherever feels right and turns you on. So right now you at that comfort zone, but your future self is telling you to come right on out of this place in which you are. This because where you are right here, this is saying here that your knowledge, and you have outgrown it knowledge wise. You've gotten more wiser. These things and ideologies that you were doing from beforehand is no longer serving you. It's no longer good. It's time to come out of that old way of thinking, this old way of ideology, because you're playing yourself small by staying in that. So again, that could go several ways. Some of the things here, I see a parrot here, you've been repeating other things that people have been saying. You ain't even came up with your own type of new philosophy and ideologies of things and doing. You just adopting what somebody else's is, or you're adopting what you're seeing on YouTube, or you're adopting what other kind of things that other people are saying, and you're making it your own. And that's not helping you to stay and get out of this, because you see like you got your bags packed here, but it's not moving. You're ready for this new level. You're ready for this new place to be, but you keep on parroting, which means you keep on copying after everybody, what they saying, what they doing, and it's causing you to stay stuck. You're not causing yourself to have this new thing. You got this in reverse. So right now it's time to take what you have and regenerate it and make it new. Now this not saying anything about taking it and burning it up into flames. It's saying take what you have here, and now it's time to give rebirth to you based upon what things that you have here. In your feelings, divine feminines, collectively, you have comforted in reverse, which lets me know that right now, where you feel you don't feel kind of comfortable, you're moving into the energies of being comforted. Right now, because I'm hearing some of you say, yeah, I sure am, because I'm gonna start doing things differently, and that's gonna make me feel comfortable with how I am and how I feel and what shoes I'm in, because it's being divine, there's some big shoes that you have to actually feel in order to be able to do that. In your thinking, some of you are saying, yeah, hey, am I thinking? I got my eyes on the prize. She looks like she's got a wedding on. You thinking about union, real truths of you coming together with self, with the divine feminine, divine masculine energies within yourself, as well so as divine feminine, divine masculine energies on the outside. So there is a union. This is what they're saying about this union that's pretty much coming in, is this union of self. A lot of them, and then also, God willing and blessed that be, that again, that they will also reflect on the outside, but it's first got to start within. And so you're saying, yeah, I got my eyes on the prize here, with the Oscar here as well. Now what I look at this too is seeing this eyes on the prize, and it's an air, which means it's again spirit is telling you keep your eyes on the prize. Some of you all, a thing I want to say also too as well, let's not try to act as if everything is okay, because I think some of us as well is trying to earn us an Oscar award too as well, with this best acting that we're doing, like we acting like we are right, or we're acting like it's okay. This is the time to really, as they say, is your truth. It's time to be the truth of who I am. There's no more talking about the doing the acting. This is be the shadow of this card here. What the positive of it, the light side of it, is that, like, I got my eyes on the prize, on the right partner that I want to have. This is what I'm looking at. Okay. Another thing is, you're looking at it is from the shadow aspect. It's like, yeah, I'm doing this prize here, like I'm really trying to earn this award about, like, yeah, everything's all right. Acting is a false person, not truly being who I am. I'm being what I think the divine masculine wants me to be, or everybody else wants me to be, and that's causing the problem as well. So that's not you being living the truth of who you are. You're trying to get that Oscar award. And yes, I like to thank my God and everything, my family and my friends and everything like that. First of all, I want to give honor to the source of God. And you know, if it was for him, I wouldn't be here and all that stuff. That's nice. But again, what is we're moving into the energies of being very truthful as to what we are. So if we're not okay, you need to be okay with not being okay. Like I said on Facebook. Somebody say, I'm not okay. And they say, and then I need to be okay with not being okay. Now, what do I do from that point on? I'm tied up. I feel like I can't move. What is it my next step that I actually need to start doing in order for me to feel okay? Okay. All right then. So the next thing, kid, in the 3D world, some of you all right now is your thing in the what is these cards called? Connections for the modern world. Okay, so what you're doing is dating. So some of you all is really thinking, this is several things I'm coming up with this. Some of you all feel like you want to be able to actually to date. You want to date the divine masculine. Okay, some of this is beyond wanting. Some of you all are actually moving into the energies once you get yourself together and you are really moving in union and coming together and being truthfully who you are. Dating is next. Okay, that's coming in. You're drawing that in to really spend time with the divine masculine. That could be on the 5th D, the 4th D, also making this way to the to the 3D as well. So you're doing that. You're dating. Some of you all on the aspect. Remember, I'm doing the collective, so I don't want anybody to talking about or whatever it is about that because there are variances of divine feminines on this walk. They're on different various levels of where they feel like they are. There's some of them you all have said, I'm gonna keep on going on that, and then there's some of you all that saying, you know what, deuces is the name of the game. I'm going after what I want, and hey, if this comes along, that's fine. So I'm doing the whole scope of things because I feel people feeling anxious or whatever. And again, I invoke the violet flame of again, if this triggers you or whatever, but I'm just telling you, this is what other people are out there doing too as well. There are some people that feel that they have to open themselves up so they can experience other things. That is not, and let me say, because you know I did coaching and preaching and teaching on here. That for some people is not a bad thing. That for them because they feel like it's something else they need to learn. In the process of dating other people, that helps them to understand who they are. Sometimes when you're dating other people, you'll find out just from day one when you sit down at the table, like, no, this ain't gonna go. I don't like this X, Y, and Z about this. It could be find yourself even speed dating through some of these days, like, nope, next, nope, next, nope, next, nope, next. And as you're doing that, you comparing yourself and your actions and how you relate to with this other person with the divine masculine. After you look around, some of you all might be saying, hell, if my divine masculine ain't that damn bad, I can wait on him. I can wait. Because what's out here ain't no better. I can wait on him. And I don't mean sit there and twiddle your thumbs and you're waiting on the divine master. I mean, go ahead and live your life, do whatever it is. If some other people want to float in and date you and do whatever like that, then let it be. So be it. My issue that I have with you all, if you're doing it from ego, like I got to have me somebody here. I got to have me for, because I ain't going to be here by myself. Like I'm supposed to be feeling my own needs and touching myself and doing all this X, Y, and Z. I can't do this. I need to be a man. Now you from that I need to be a man kind of aspect. I thought, hold on a second. Houston, we got a problem because it's not. If you're coming from a place that, hey, interaction with somebody else, a connection with somebody else might be a lesson in this. I'm open myself to this. This might be something that I can learn from. Maybe I can bring this back to the connection of the divine feminine and divine masculine within myself as the divine masculine and divine feminine on the outside in the 3D for resonating. So that helps me know maybe somebody else being with another masculine or divine masculine, they might point something out to you that maybe the divine masculine been telling you for a long time you didn't want to hear because you say, well, you got problems too, so boo. So I don't know who you talking to. You can't tell me about what's wrong with me. You need to be talking about what's wrong with you. How about that? Catch me outside. So my thing is you doing that. At the same time, this other male come, he don't know the divine master from Joe Blow, and he's saying the same thing. You're like, okay, well, wait a second. You and him both saying the same thing. maybe I need to check myself before I wreck myself, because I don't need to be bringing this on to another person, or I don't need to be bringing this to the divine masculine if I truly want this to work. So this is something that I got to kind of think of. This is why going out, for those that want to venture out and you want to explore and become the explorer to see about that, that is fine. My thing is in with all things that you do is your intentions. What are your intentions? Is it intentions to revenge, saying, oh, I hope he gets that, he feels it through the ethers, I'm with somebody else, let him see how it feel, because it ain't a good feeling when you did it to me, boo. So now you gonna catch it. If you coming from that, you gotta be honest with yourself, because some of you all know you saying, no, I'm doing it really to attention. I want to explore, I want to find out. And then some of that little voice right there and it said, yeah, girl, boo, we about to get us some, we about to find us somebody else. And he gonna feel it too. And on the outside, you're like, no, namaste, all that crap and all that stuff. And you know, really, truly, that ain't where you're coming from. So you got to check yourself. You got to really be the truth about yourself. I'm saying it because I know it for myself as well, and I have to check myself. Okay, we talking to this person because we want to talk to them, or is we hoping in some kind of way that it's a revenge slightly? You know what it is. But again, with all things, intentions, okay? Letting go. Some of us now are feeling like, you know what, we're going to have to let go. We're going to have to let go of the anger. We're going to have to let go and forgive about what they have done. That's where I'm at, the point I'm at. They've made the decision. That's what they did. It's over with. It's spilled milk. I can't go back to that. Okay, now I want this union. You're feeling like union is coming near. What am I going to have to? I'm gonna have to let go of some of this stuff. It seems cute at the beginning to hurt and say you did this, but it's like, okay, now we still holding on to this several years later. Okay, something's got to be checked and looked at too. Or you could be saying, some of you all again, because again, like Divine Maverick says, she's a mother of twins. I'm the auntie. I'm like the cool auntie. Like, yeah, boo, go and try it out and see. Hey, we don't know. What did we come back? What did we learn from it? You know, I'm not the careful one. I'm not the auntie say going out there and venture and then find out and then come back and then they say, okay, well, it didn't work out, did it? No, it didn't work out. So, okay, let's try it a different way. So this is what it is, that your next thing about letting go. So some of you all feel like, hey, the letting go is of the letting go of the divine masculine. Hey, okay, then again, like I said, what's your intentions? And as you're doing that, what are you going to gain and learn from that spiritually? What's the lesson? It ain't no lesson. Well, at least I get my my needs met, because I sure ain't going to 2021 and had me some. Okay, well, wait a second. Now I don't know about your intentions there. Okay, I mean, you are saying, but I'm just saying that some of us, that is where we are in this game, that you all are actually looking at. They popping. So the divine masculine ain't liking that. So okay, okay. I'm just telling, I'm talking about the other ones. You know where I am on that, but I'm just saying. It's like, I'm here to say, are you with us or whatever? But my thing is, I'm giving all of this. I want you to look at all different facets of this things as a diamond to really truly see what's going on. So now when we're talking about the connections with the divine feminine here, we have here, you feel when it comes to the connection with the divine masculine, some of you all, not all of you, will feel like you have been catering to the divine masculine needs. You have not felt like your needs have been met. Okay, this is where you are, and this is probably where you feel like it is. It looks like why it looks like when I look at the divine masculine on Facebook or whatever in his life, look like everything is peaches and cream. And when I look at me, it looks like I'm struggling. Okay, like I hear Kurt say, are you struggling? You're struggling. Here for the divine feminine, it also feels like when it comes to the connection, she wants the divine masculine to have her back. She wants to feel supported. She wants to know that divine masculine is there, that it's okay for him to want to be nurtured, because I see him holding her breast, but at the same time, she's saying, I'm holding on to you at the same time. And I'm also seeing him, he's got his leg up. So he seems like he's open to the connection. He wants that. He's grounded and rooted in on that. And he's communicating this too as well, because he's got blue on his head. And it's helping her to stay in her heart space. And she has no clothes on. So really lets me know that she feels like I'm okay to be vulnerable in this space with my divine masculine too, as well as she's got that yellow, which is her standing in the power and knowing who she is, because she's standing in her truth. She also knows that there's a conflict, especially we got the elephant. The elephant for me represents the past, the nostalgia. Where are we riding off to? She wants to leave the conflict. I see the sword is like this way, but on the ground, which is like behind them, which means in the past, that conflict of thinking about them being in together and moving towards where she has herself being open to the divine masculine as well. Yeah, he's open. They're facing each other. They're moving forward. And again, he's got orange on. So he's being in the place of having healthy connections. He's manifested things. That's how his mindset is in, his mind space is in. And her, when it comes to her mind space, is always about staying in the heart space with her. And I see the pants there. Who got pants on? He got like one pants leg on, one pants. Oh, that's her thing. Her veil is dropped there, draping over his foot there. There. So that's where we are. Oh, I forgot. That's why I told myself to leave this card. That was interesting. The divine feminine, this was at the bottom of the deck, especially when we talk about the hearts of matter. She's really trying to discern the difference between all that glitters is gold. Really trying to look and see with the divine masculine to see comparison of other divine masculines or the whole situation with the journey with the divine masculine, with or without. Is everything glittering like I'm thinking it is, or am I blowing it out of proportion more than what it really actually is? Really understanding the discernment about what's really truly has value, what does not have value, who's wearing a mask, who's being false, who's not really truly being themselves, who's not being in their truth. So this to be again is just really the overall theme, arching theme of what's going on with the divine feminine. Now, what's happening with the divine feminine, what she needs to heal is the questioning, the why, the vampire allowing other people to zap her energy, or she's being zapped by the connection. You always hear a lot of times the divine, they're saying about these divine connections that you have, that a lot of times that they're in a third party energies, how they're using your energies to be able to supply and propel their their relationship. Right now where we are, that is stopping and ceasing. You hear people talk about the karma and the karmic and all that energies is stopping. There's no longer, especially if you're in this where I'm seeing here now, divine feminines collectively, where we're taking that power and we're snatching it back, and we're more so saying, I need all that. I need all that reserve energy. I need all that extra energy, that energy that's purely coming from me. I need that. Give that, get yeah, that. Give it right on back. I ain't got no extra to be supplying and surplusing to anybody else up there but just me. So this is where we are. So right now, that's where the divine masculine energies are, in those energies. If you got your divine masters in a third party or the karmic situations you all put, you're now at the point of saying about that vampirism, them energy zappers, them energy vampire stuff. That stuff is ceasing. You like, I can feel it. Some of you all, again, physically are feeling it, emotionally you're feeling it. And right now, this hazy thing, you need to heal for this. This, I don't know which way to go, and like that. Like I say, the officer and gentleman, and he was getting ready, and Lou Gossett Jr. was the sergeant, and he was telling me, he's like, you can't make it, you can't make it. Why won't you just quit? Why won't you just quit? And he out there in the rain and doing push-ups, and he can't do the pull-ups like he's supposed to. And he's like, I can't. You say, why you can't? That's Richard Gere talking about, I can't do it. He said, and so the sergeant and Lou Gossett said, well, why you can't do it? He said, because I ain't got no place to go. I ain't got no place to go. And he out there in the rain, and you seeing it all on there, and the sergeant just say, forget it. He just leaving right there where he at. So, at that point, after that, he had made up his mind to say, okay, I'm going to be in it to win it. Okay. Because I'm not going to give up on this. So some of you all are at the point where it is, you say, I'm not going to give up on my bliss. If your bliss is being with the divine masculine, you get yourself up there, took off your clothes, being out there in the rain, being drenched in whatever this tied up energy that you feel like it, and say, okay, this part two. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start all over. Let's start from my truth, core. Do I want this or what? Or I don't want this? If me walking away from this, is this truly being being the truth of who I am, or is me walking away, this is truly being the truth of who I am, because I feel like me walking away is me standing in my truth. Whichever way, Divine Sunshine is not going to say yay or nay. I'm very impartial to whatever you feel that you need at this point here. But I'm always going to bring you both. I watch like those judges shows, and sometimes I'll be watching and saying, okay, Judge Maybelline, are you for them or are you against them? Because it seemed like you are. And then she flip over to the other side and she ripping into that. Well, no, ain't no clapping about her, about what she said, because really you were supposed to be X, Y, and Z. And we wouldn't be in this state if you didn't do such. So, it makes you feel like you like, okay, you for or against. And that's why I am. I'm impartial right here in the middle for the ones that say, hey, I'm ready to walk. And for the ones that say, yes, I want to continue on. Okay, so this is where you are. So this is some beautiful affirmations that were given here for this one. So if you keep questioning why, about like why did he do this, or why am I in this position, why do I feel like I need to be starting all over and looking for somebody else, they say I accept that everything happens for a reason, even if I do not like or understand the outcome. I love that. Okay. Another affirmation that you should say is, if you got vampires and you feeling like people are sucking off, or you being that again, sucking your energy, or you might be finding yourself sucking other people's energies, again, this is a beautiful affirmation. I will try my best to handle my own issues rather than draining the energies of others around me. Divine Feminine, and you all, maybe some of you all are in that energies as well, that you're trying to find the answers to. And I know that I find that easy as well, even in, you find that in your circles or your divine twin flame communities or your soul families, a lot of things that's happening right now, and not understanding, and they're really seeking to find answers, and sometimes they keep on coming, and you're like, hey, let's see, we didn't tackle this yesterday, you're still coming to me for the answers. You got to kind of get to the point that you find the answers yourself as to what's going on, because again, things on the outside can change. Some of these things are based upon illusions. You know what is the true north for yourself. You can't always look outside and say according to what I feel is what's going on, or somebody else's what they feel is about what's going on, because you know what's the true north in you, what the true way you should be actually going, the dojo, the path that you must go. This is your journey. Everybody's journey is different. My journey is different than yours, vice versa. The person who's either in the chat, in the Sunshine Circle, everybody's is different. Okay. Understand this is an imprint. Oh, I didn't read this one. Imprint. Understanding that some of you all, again, I like this affirmation. It says, my soul has chosen you for this important lesson for healing and ascension purposes. I thank you for our time together. Everybody comes in for a lesson or a blessing. Everybody comes in with a person. Ain't no mistakes about it. Nothing just happens just. So this person, either your divine masculine, or this older soul person, or this family member, or whoever, it could be a kid in your classroom as a teacher. They're coming in there to, remember, everybody signs up to teach you. This is Earth. I'll say this over and over again. I keep on saying I'm going to get me a shirt and put it on there. This is Earth. This is a teachable planet. You're going to learn something here. You're going to learn something. The only way you're not going to learn something is if you die. And even when you die, they still going back and doing the life review. And you got to learn about it and look back at your life and see about what you have done. Okay. So again, it's still, understand this is imprinted. Everybody is imprinted on your soul. They are giving you an impression too. They have been printed on your heart. They have gave a big impression on your heart. That's what it means there. That again, this is what we're dealing with, and understanding that thank you for those that have came to help us to learn, to help us to grow, to help us to expand as well. You got Hazy here too. So Hazy, this I don't know, kind of in the clouds, kind of fuzzy, not knowing which way to go. Nice affirmation to have that. Says, even though the pathway forward is unclear, I will continue to rely on my higher self to lead the way. That's why I said you got to stop asking everybody and looking at the tarot readings and all those extra things over and over again. Tarot readings, just like what I'm doing here, and I am not a hypocrite, is used for you like a forecast to know, hey, if they say it's raining, guess what? I got to go get my raincoat. Did they say it was snowing? Guess what? I got to put on my heavy coat and my snow boots. This is for you to prepare for, not for us to confirm or to help you to really it can be used as a confirmation too as well, but not to confirm your fears, not to confirm what you will want it to be, as well as, because again, when you're doing the tarot things and you're looking at that, this is just helping you to prepare and say, okay, now I know what to do. Some of these readings, when you look at it, does not resonate if you're not in the reading as well. So this is where, but when you using it as a way of to know what's going on with your person, to say to amp you up or whatever it is like that in a negative way, or to miscue your intentions of doing things and say, okay, fine, boo, now I know I'm on my own, I'm gonna do me from this point on, and it's doing from that point. This is where it gets kind of off the track. Okay, so understand that again, it should be able to help you to get you like a forecast, some clarity as to what you need to do, and that's fine. But I'm like somebody else said, again, you have to watch again those doing and looking, seeking out answers through other people, through the tarot thing, because you're not going to be able to hear the true voice yourself, within yourself. And that is where there is a problem. That's where the problem lies. Because right now, this whole reason for you to have this journey is to gain some truth, to stand in your truth, to the truth of who you are. And this is where you are. So again, to move out that haziness. So I like that. So now what is the shadow? It is that they're saying that because again, like they say, that keeps on you looking at other people and looking at the issues in there. It's not helping you to deal with the real work that you've got to be done either. Okay, clear. So what is it that we're dealing with? Is this me? Some of us, again, the shadow that we're dealing with, we are, sorry, it looks like it's an hour. I don't know why I say half an hour. So it's an hour show, and it's going true to what I said. Yeah. So you got your truth, you got your sword of truth aiming straight down into the ground, in which you feel that that's your truth that you're standing by. Again, but again, who are you as far as this truth that you have established that is actually what you're standing upon? Is this truly you? You got fires burning behind you, which lets me know that it's some action that you have taken maybe in the past that has propelled you to get to the moment and where you are placed here. She's even got red eyes, almost like blood coming from it. Maybe some of the pain that you all have endured at this point to get you here. That again, is you have cried so much that you have stressed over things. Think about like Jesus saying about that, like in the Garden of Gethsemane, he had stressed so much that his blood vessels had busted. He was bleeding blood, sweating blood. That is true as well. What is the divine feminine? The spirit wants us to, and source wants us to understand about us, what we have to deal with in order to get into our divinity. Oh, this is a lot. Okay. All right, there. Some of us is grief and anger. Some of us is having sleepless nights. We having trouble sleeping because we're thinking about it and we're worried about things. We're so anxious about stuff and we're grieving about the death of what it could have been, should have, could have, would have been as well. And we're getting anger. We need to angry. We need to work on that. We need to find balance between the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within us. I'm getting drawn to the saying it's got to start with our thinking and then work our way into our emotions. So get the thinking under control because that's the one that's balancing out everything. Get to the point that you are actually surrendering. This is interesting. She's standing on her head again. Get that thinking. Your thinking has got to get underneath control. Especially it help you to balance the, because she's got her feet, which means the past and the present here as well. So you got to balance it and stay present. The past and the future, past, future. Okay, futures ahead, past, and stay in the present. That's what's going to help you to balance out everything. And then also, some of us has got to get to the point of God of awakening. I told you to stay woke. I said that earlier. I said you got to stay woke. Okay, so this is where you are staying woke in the process. If you got to scream like a person like you sleep, I tell my mama the other day, my mom fell asleep and she fell out of a chair. Yeah, I made sure she bumped her head and stuff like that. But I told her, I said, all the time when you take that medicine, it makes you sleepy. And the next thing you gonna fall asleep. I mean, I done called her that she be like half on the chair, down. She going all the way down, and some it look like something might come along and push it back up. And she going all the way down, and something come along and push it back up. And so I said, well, when you feel that way, you take your medicine, you want to get out that chair and go sit someplace else, much lower than you fall out that big high chair like that. So this is where, again, if you got to do things to make sure that you stay woke, God, in your thinking, which means in your thinking, you got to change that so you can stay woke as to where you want to go, your path and everything like that. Then that's what you're going to have to do. You might have to do screaming and yelling and whatever, and dances and chants and whatever it is that's needed to help you to move out of that energy. But you've got to stay woke. You can't go back to where you were, because back to where you were was where you were sleeping. And in that sleeping energy, you won't get anything accomplished there. Oh, I feel better even switching it to that side. It must have been like that. So what are some energies that they want us to actually do in order for us to get to there? Clear. Ooh, I like it over here. Okay, so now here's some action steps that Source wants us to do. And I keep on saying this, and it's coming back out again. So the action steps here, this is solutions again. We got to deal with. We got this Seven of Swords. We got to deal with all this thinking, all that, all them thoughts and them thinking like that. As it is, you see him got like a backpack full of these feathers, black feathers. I mean, we got to start collecting these thoughts. We can't let them run rampant and be flying all over like birds, like in Alfred Hitchcock movie, all over the place. We got to get to the point that we got to be taking it by force. That's what I'm hearing them say. Take it by force again. You're underneath the moon energies here. So that means use your intuition and your awareness to help you to be able to battle these thinkers and start collecting these negative thoughts here. Also, again, I keep on saying about this negative thoughts, divine feminine. Again, these negative thoughts, these Nine of Swords to keep you, woe is me. Let also spirit help to fight your battle. So you're going to have to use your intuition and your awareness to get rid of the stinking thinking. Okay, negative Nelly and all that stuff, and Petty LaBelle and all that stuff. So Anita Faker, all that stuff. You hear him playing the tune all in the background. So, caught up in rapture of love. You caught up in rapture of bad thinking instead of love. Okay, get that under control there. But Spirit said they're going to be here to help you, because I'm seeing the Spirit here to help you control. So you, again, faith without works is dead. You've got to make the first step. Spirit said, I'll step in and do the rest. Okay, that's the bargain for that. Here you have here also Ace of Pentacles. Again, getting control of. You already said that. This is the steps. Work with the material world. Okay, work with that material. Get yourself your finances together, about your business, things that you can do in the 3D. Get a good handle on that. That you can have control over. You can't have control over anybody else. My mom always told me that. You can't have control over the DM by what he's doing and how he doing and how he going about that. Only person you have control over is yourself. Okay, you could have control over the things that you manifest in material things as well, through your acts, through your thoughts, through your spirit, through your prayer, through those things you can get to moving. Again, work on germinating, work on growing that and making that grow. Okay, this is what they're saying. Okay, this is what they're saying. So work on the 3D, work on your thinking, get that stinking thinking. They said do it. Work with your intuition, your awareness. That's the way you're going to get rid of that. To take it like a thief in the night. You might have to do it in darkness where you don't really understand how you're doing it, but you got to start somewhere. Or it could be also, I'm thinking about the darkness. Well, it's not quite dark. I see a city here too in the background. Interesting. So urban. city. You got to get street smart on some stuff here too in the 3D. So, you know, a lot of times think about street smart, you know, they know the game, they know the lingo, they know the in and out of stuff like that. They like they ain't playing. They 2 steps ahead of you because again, they know about the law, those things. So you got to be kind of like at the point that not like you, well, you can be a hustler too, but at the same time, you got to get street smart. You know, to me, you got to get real well versed about this 3D. That goes back to the divine feminine. And a lot of times I've held you all accountable about that. I say a lot of times we so up about the upper echelon and the 50 and the 40, and I'm meeting my divine mask, and then I'm doing things is coming together, but you ain't got no mastery on your 3D. You got to learn how to hustle hard and whatever, and those things, and you don't have control over the mastery over the 3D, your physical. This is where they want you to be. Who is this? Oh, okay. All right. No, you got the wrong person. Okay. So what's some things, some life changes that's going to happen for you? I'm doing okay. Clear. The life changes for the divine feminine collective is this: seeking and finding. They still say you seeking and finding. Watch where you seeking and finding, divine feminine. Okay, seeking and finding, because wherever it is, it's really in black and white, but you trying to make it gray. Okay, whatever it is, you're seeking to find this person. It's they probably say we done told you it's the DM. I'm sorry, I know he's caught up in whatever kind of little situation that he in. We tell you he is the one. It ain't no one like the kids say zero now higher. There is no highest. He is one. He's got to work through his situation. Like I said, in the meantime, instead of you, like you saying, I'm so called waiting and twiddling my thumbs. In the meantime, go on ahead and get a handle on this 3D. Get that business together. Get that job that's getting on your nerves that you're trying to get out of. Get that together. Your kids together. You know, whatever this moving situation that you got. Get that under control. Get your thinking together about how you think about the situation or being in love or being with men. Period, and get that under control, and then we'll do the rest and help you. I see 555. We'll do the rest. So that means change right there. They say do that, get that under control. We'll do the rest, and they say 555. Right when I said that, that means to change by how you're seeking and finding your answers, how you're seeking and finding to make that change as well. So you can be able to. The way you could do that is the downloads. I see purple there, allowing spirit to download and give you the information that is needed. That goes back to the spirit here. This download says, I'm trying to get the information to you, but you keep on with that stinking thinking. I'm about to say, I can't help you, boo. The spirit ain't like that. They'll say that for a while and then they'll keep on coming. Well, we got to keep on trying because, you know, that is God's child. We ain't going to leave her out there like that. But, you know, we going to keep on doing it. After a while, then we're going to say we're going to have to rest off until she kind of understands that that way of thinking is not going to do it. And they'll keep on coming right back on in there saying to that. Surrender. What are some things that you're going to have to surrender? Because when you do that, that's going to truly help you to get into your heart space. Okay. What is it? Clear. What you have to surrender. Stay woke. Do, 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 do. Baby. Round no fun. Hey, that you're sleeping. Ooh, now stay woke. Do, 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 do. Hey. Don't you close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Here you go. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Just surrender to the beauty of things and how it's naturally flowing, the beauty of things that are also appearing and showing up in your world. Be happy about that. Surrender to that. Take a relaxing break. Spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy they are. Go outside if you can. If you can't, listen to some sounds. I heard somebody say something else that you could do. Listen to sounds of nature. But I remember and I said, oh, that's really interesting that you can do about nature. I don't know what it is. It might come to me. Also, surrender comparison with other people. Some of you all are looking and saying, well, this person look like they are. I seen on Facebook somebody, they say, I married my twin. I said, okay. They had that in one of the groups there. And some of us are comparing ourselves to other people's journey, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. That's what does work for them or what doesn't work for you. That's why I said Everybody, I said that in my thing there, that everybody's journey is different. Everybody, how they going about their thing is different. So you can't really compare and say, oh, well, Divine Sunshine doing X, Y, Z. But then when you do it, look like your whole world fall apart. That's because I got a formula for what works for me. That might not be working for you. Or sometimes we can look at other people and say, well, let me try that. Okay, that works. Okay. So that's the same thing. So it said, keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths and attractiveness and power. Okay, that goes back to that again, feeling like what's that one that you too small? The tribe card here. Okay, then also surrender to the wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Stay in the flow of things. Stay in the present time. That goes back to the surrender. Surrender, let it happen, and stay present. How does she stay balanced? Because she's centered. This again, past, future, present, right here. Okay. All right. What is the message that your divine masculine has for you as you're going through this? Clear. What is the message? Your divine masculine wants you to know love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts, provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. That gives you right there. That's good advice. Well, your divine masculine know you best too, along with source. That's second in command right there. There's source, your 18, your DM right there. Because there. So that's a good one right there. He says also have faith, have a little faith in me. That faith is going to help you to elevate. That faith is going to help you transform yourself into something else. Trust your faith in this situation. Okay. And then consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. I told you your foundation again is what is your intentions. What's your intentions for doing what you're doing, divine feminine? What's your intentions about leaving? What's your intentions about staying? What are your intentions? You should be asking and checking yourself every time to see what's actually going on. Okay. All right then. Clear. Last and final advice from source. Inspired ideas. Stay inspired. Okay. Let the inspiring ideas lead you. Open yourself up to help you to know how you should be doing with this thinking, to how you're supposed to be doing is being inspired idea, how to be with this journey to stay, or should you go? Should I stay or should I go? That thing as well. Also, it's about the bliss that you're trying to follow as well. So those are some things that they were saying for you to do. Okay. But inspired. What notice here, she's got on binoculars. That's funny because we were doing like in today in the class, yoga class. She said, let's focus in. What's our lesson for today? Really focus in on this. Really zoom in on the issue or the thing that you want in order for you to be able to gain a real proper perspective about things. Because like I said about your intentionality, where are you focusing in on? And from your higher self, what is the message? Thank you. Heartbeat, number 49. Okay. Heartbeat. Your heart is as wide open as a dance club on a Saturday night. Uh-oh. Remember that old expression your parents use, I love you to the moon and back? That's how you feel about everyone. Enjoy the blissful state of love, sweet love. More is coming too. Okay. And that's a wide dance floor. If you ever say about that on the Saturday night, okay? All right then. So This is what they want. So understand you in what I hear Anita Baker. Sweet love, I'll be calling at your name. I feel no shame, I'm in love. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. I'll always be this way. Oh. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, sweet love about ourselves, about our divine partner, the one, and about the world. Okay, as always. So it's always make sure that you click, like, and share for this. That helps to put your energies into these readings that I have. Please make sure that you do hit the subscribe button, because again, so you get notification when Spirit tells me. Spirit is my boss and tell me you need to get on now, like it told me today. Say no, you need to get on now and talk to the divine feminines. Make sure that you subscribe and smash that notification bell for all, so you can get all of the information that you need in order, like I said, a forecast to help you to be on your journey, know what you need to prepare for and what you need to do in order to prepare and get ready for union, which is again is soon. For a lot of us is for ourselves. Union coming, it all coming together, and then we'll be able to take that unionist feeling and then take it out on the road with our divine counterpart, whether it's a divine masculine or it is a divine lover or partner, whichever way that at that time. Remember, you attract who is best for you at that time. And so if you don't like what you're attracting, that again would be something that say maybe it's time for you to kind of look and see what things you need to change within yourself. Okay. All right, then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Okay, and if you're interested in getting a reading with me, the spirit just told me this too as well. Make sure you go over to divineunisouls11.co, and you will take you right there to my online booking site as well. So if you want to get more insight about what's going on as far as your own personal forecast about what's going on, what you should prepare for as a divine feminine, or even a divine masculine as well, because some of you all cross watch and you watch each other's just to kind of see and understand where they are in their head space, in their heart space. Make sure that you go to divineunisouls11.co for you to be able to get that info. All right, then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste. Namago. Mwah. Love you. All right, and I'll see you real soon.